Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fast with Me. I'm your girl, Nicole S. Palmer, and here with another quick update of what's on tap for the week. It is super cold over here. It snowed a good bit yesterday, so we're right around 4 to 5 inches in the nation's capital. So I want to give you all a quick update before I get going for the day in terms of work. So I will be starting my fast today. I plan for 48 hours. I may actually do 72 or even a little bit longer. We'll just see how I'm feeling. Just a really quick touch point, let you know where I'm at. So yesterday I ate fairly clean, but I do feel like I ate a little bit too much yesterday and the food was a little too rich. So I really just had some grains, so like lentils with some brown rice, but I had that like twice in the day. And I think it was just a little heavy, if I'm being quite honest. But I was trying to do some of what is recommended, which is you're basically loading up for preparing your body to go for an extended period of time without substantial calories. I don't know that I'd do it again, to be honest, but maybe I just need to do a little bit different. So obviously this is all about tweaking, refining, seeing what works, what doesn't. Not a big fan personally, but I did make an interesting discovery, and I noticed this the day before as well, but I couldn't quite pinpoint what was causing it until yesterday. So Sunday night, I noticed that I was feeling sniffly, almost like I was maybe like the beginnings of a cold, which was confusing to me because I had no reason. I had been home pretty much the whole weekend and I hadn't eaten anything that should have triggered that. So that threw me off a little bit. So I remember when I went to bed, I was pretty sniffly. And then yesterday, I noticed it was almost immediate when the symptoms started, and it was exactly after I had started sipping on some ginger beer. And the key here is not the ginger beer, the key here is the sugar. I noticed that was a common denominator. So it seems that my body was trying to tell me something the day before, but I wasn't picking up on it, where I am sensitive to sugar under the right circumstances. I would have never noticed if I hadn't done the fast. The one really great thing about doing a fast, among other reasons, is it is very clarifying. If you are noticing that you have some health issues that you're struggling with and you can't quite understand or figure out what's going on, fasting is a great opportunity to do an elimination diet, which means that once you're done fasting, you slowly introduce items to your body to see how your body reacts. And in my case, it was an almost immediate reaction. So it was very clear what it didn't like, and something you can keep an eye out for if you're struggling to understand why you're having certain symptoms, or you're feeling generally a certain way, fatigue or certain ailments. Doing an elimination diet is a great way to pinpoint where that's coming in for you. For me, it is clearly, my body does not like large quantities of sugar. And to be honest, I had been doing really good with the quantities I was ingesting. And there's something to keep in mind. It doesn't have to be quote unquote bad sugar like sodas or cakes or desserts. It can be just a high quantity of sugar in a quote unquote health drink. So just keep that in mind. So for me, I'm definitely more mindful of that. And I didn't like how I felt, to be honest. And it's interesting because you don't get those same signals when you eat the same thing over and over time. It almost dulls the signals your body's trying to send you. But because I'd done the fast, things were clearer. My body was able to send me those signals much more clearly and quickly and let me know what was going on. So I, for one, I'm definitely going to be scaling sugar significantly back. I'm aiming to stick to Truvia or Stevia because I actually have no problem with those sweeteners. And also just picking drinks or foods that have very low, if none, no added sugar. So just something to keep in mind if you've ever been wondering. I know that I have a lot of food sensitivities that I have to be mindful about. So you may want to do an elimination diet because it can be very eye-opening for you. So just wanted to throw that in there into the mix, something to think about as you're going into this fast. If you've ever wanted to try to pinpoint what may be triggering symptoms for you, 9 times out of 10, it is stemming from food, to be very honest, because you can be making yourself sick simply by the food that you are eating. I actually had something similar, and that was actually what led to a lot of the issues I've had over the years, is that there were certain foods that were very toxic to my body that I didn't realize. I knew some of them always gave me problems. I didn't realize to the extent until I went to see a specialist and they actually tested me, and it was very enlightening. So I would just recommend you can either go see a specialist, which you can, it's not going to be cheap, but you can do that, or you can do an elimination diet by fasting and then reintroducing foods into your diet to see how your body reacts. Do it slowly, and then you can actually start noting which foods do what, or how do you react when you eat certain foods. Just throwing it out there as an option. Anyway, today will be day 1 of this week's fast, week 2 of 2025. As promised, going to do my fast. I do plan to do a lot of water today. I don't know that I'm going to do coffee. I'm still on the fence about it. Maybe, depending on my energy level, but I'm going to wait a few hours before I do anything. So right now, just gearing up for my day 1 fast. I do feel that I'm a little bit more comfortable starting my second fast, and I think maybe it's just a matter of because I already did a fast last week, so you know what to expect. There's no surprises or gotchas. So I'm definitely feeling I was looking forward to it, to be honest, to this fast. And I think especially because I ate so heavy yesterday, which I definitely wouldn't recommend. I think if you're gonna gear up to eat clean, that's a great idea, but just make sure that you're also not eating clean and heavy, that those two don't mix. So just keep that in mind. So today, again, focusing on my energy levels, I'm right at 373, and I think I was fluctuating between weights. So my very first start was 380, as you recall. So I have a net loss of 7 pounds, and you will find that will be the case. So don't get nervous or freak out if you find that you lost 10 and gained 2 or 3. That's the nature of the beast. As long as you overall lose more than you gain, or not gain at all ideally, then you're on the right track. Try to incorporate exercise if you can tolerate it. The best time to exercise is in the morning, first thing in the morning, because your energy levels are still really good. Don't wait till the end of the day if you're depleted when you're fasting, especially. It will be very difficult, not impossible, it will be very difficult. You want to do it, work with your body, not against it. So the best time to exercise during your fast is in the morning. I'm a morning person, so that works great for me. I got up late, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do my routine this morning off the sauna like I like to do, but I will sort that out as the fast progresses. I will do some exercising later today. I'm not going to be super strenuous about it, but I probably will have bone broth or something like that right before or right after, depending on how I'm feeling energy-wise, just because I do want to be more mindful of incorporating exercise, because that definitely will help. So don't think that all you have to do is fast. You don't have to do anything else. You definitely have to make some changes to your diet. You have to make some changes to your activity habits, because all of that together is just going to help move the needle in your favor in terms of if you're going for weight loss. If you're just doing it for mind-body connection and spirituality, then obviously this doesn't apply to you. But if you're doing it because you want to get healthy overall in all the dimensions of health for yourself, then you definitely are going to have to make some changes elsewhere, such as more exercise and also better food choices. I believe it's the American Heart Association, please don't quote me on that, but I think that's the right one, that recommends you do 150 minutes of exercise per week. That is what's needed for a healthy lifestyle. And the nice thing about it is I wouldn't recommend doing 150 minutes all at once, but you can stack it. So if you want to do 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, great. That's typically what I aim for. I actually aim for 1 hour a day of some type of exercise, some type of activity that gets me burning calories. And I do include my sauna in that because I do that for an hour. And it is a great way to detox. It's actually much more lower impact because I'm just sitting pretty still, but it still raises your core temperature. So that actually counts. Please don't think that you can do that and that's going to melt everything away. That's not how that works. But it can definitely, to me, I find it's a great way to detox. It's also a great way to sweat and burn some calories. So incorporate that with something else. You still want to move, you still want to be active. So some walking, low weights, high weights, just depending on what you're going for. Definitely, the more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn overall and the healthier you'll be. So you just have to find out what works for you. So sometime today, I do plan to do some form of exercise for at least 30 minutes. It's just that my morning started it just started really late. So I'm a little bit scrambling. For me, 8 o'clock is super late to be getting going. And I'm way behind schedule and I get up at 7:30. So still too behind schedule for me, but neither here nor there. Make sure you get a routine down that works for you. I plan to do some type of exercise later today. Maybe I'll go out and build a snowman on our terrace. Maybe that'll be my exercise and that'll keep me busy for a good 30 minutes or so. But in all seriousness, let's do this together. If you've ever thought about starting a fast, no time like the present, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you'd like how you want to incorporate this. Maybe you're going to start slow. Maybe you'll do one day. Maybe you'll do half a day. That's perfectly okay. I will be fasting at least today and tomorrow, possibly also Thursday and maybe Friday, if I'm being fully honest. I'm just going to see how it goes because I feel like I need to push myself a little bit more, and you just have to listen to your body. That's really at the end of the day. So I'm going to listen to my body, see how I feel. I may be pushing myself to Friday. And again, you have to do what works best for you. So I may not break my fast until Saturday, full disclosure. And if I do, obviously I'll let you guys know. Right now I'm feeling pretty good, but the week is still very young. This is only day 2. So I'll keep y'all posted. Again, leave me a comment in the chat. Please share and subscribe this video. If you have any questions, please post them below and I'll check back in probably later today, see how I did and how the day went and give y'all an update. All right, until next time, take care.